Ladybug is in love with Cat Noir. Now, for some of you, that's obvious and common knowledge, but apparently for a good amount of the MLB fandom, that's actually not the case. I personally didn't even know that there were people who didn't believe that she was in love with him until like this whole argument thing that happened on my TikTok page. I won't go into detail of everything that happened because it's kind of a lot, but all you need to know is that I kept getting comments of people literally attacking me for saying that Ladybug has been in love with Cat Noir and that she is in love with Cat Noir. Like, specifically, I kept getting comments talking about how I needed to respect Ladybug's boundaries and how she's not in love with Cat Noir. Oh, and also how I need to stop forcing her to like/have feelings for Cat Noir when she clearly doesn't. And I'm honestly just like, huh? No hate to these people, by the way. I think maybe they just don't really know the show or the ships that well, so they don't really see how she's in love with him. But still, it's like, I'm literally right and you're wrong, so I don't know why you're trying to attack me. Anyway, because of all of this, it kind of gave me the idea for this video. I do think that this is a really important topic to talk about because I don't think that it's something that people really talk about very often. Also, many people have wanted me to make a video talking about the signs of Ladybug's love for Cat Noir, but I think before we talk about the signs she's in love with him, it's good to talk about how and why this is the case, like why she's in love with him, how we got to a place where she's now realizing her feelings, why she, despite her very obvious feelings, still rejects him. So let's start from the very beginning.
Because there's absolutely nothing between us. Besides, he's not my type. He's a bit too cocky.
Many people say that if Adrien had met Marin at first, he probably would have fallen for her first, but with LadyNoir, that's definitely not the case because Ladybug literally did meet Cat Noir before Adrien, and she still fell for Adrien first. And I think it all kind of comes down to, I guess, what is considered to be her type. Someone who is very professional, very serious, someone who is basically Catwalker, which is overall the complete opposite of Cat Noir. So when LadyNoir met, that was the first day that Adrien got to be free and be himself in a way that he had never been before. He got to be a complete dork and make lots of jokes, which, as we know, is most definitely not the type of guy that she's looking for. He's not someone that she would ever see herself being with.
Besides, he's not my type. He's a bit too cocky.
So because Cat Noir is the exact opposite of what she's looking for, of course it makes sense that she wouldn't have fallen for him so easily, but that doesn't mean that Ladybug didn't obtain feelings for him. Personally, I don't think she ever started to actually fall in love with him until Glaciator. I talked a little bit about this in my Mari Chat video, but Glaciator was the episode where she got to see a more vulnerable, not as much of a jokester/flirt version of Cat Noir, which is a version of Cat Noir that would technically be considered more her type. I think her seeing that side of him is what really got her to fall for him. So that was the first side of him that she fell for, and then after that it was just her falling for every side of him, even the side that she thought she'd never fall for, aka the jokester, not serious/professional side of him. So basically the evolution of adrixnette was Adrien being in love with Marinette from the start but not knowing it, and then as seasons went on he started to fall for her even more and more, and at the same time started to realize his feelings more and more. Which is why I always say that adrixnette's development is the more obvious of the two, because LadyNoir's isn't really that obvious. Although the evolution of LadyNoir is pretty much the same as adrixnette, as time has gone on she's gotten to know Cat Noir more, seen more sides of him, and overall just fall in love with him more and more throughout the season. She just doesn't really let anyone know it, not even herself.
Cat Noir, we haven't known each other very long, but it feels like we've been together forever.
Now, here's where we get to the part that I think it's most important for people to understand. There are so many scenes that show she's in love with Cat Noir, but at the same time, there's so many more scenes of her saying the opposite. And the reason is because she's pushing her feelings down. She hides them to a point where she doesn't even know she has them. One of the reasons I think she gets so mad when people say she's in love with Cat is because she doesn't like the fact that she hasn't been able to hide her true feelings for him well. People see right through her and she gets angry about it. I think in her head she thinks she's doing a really good job at not letting anyone know her true feelings, and so when someone comes along and shows that she in fact is not hiding them really well, that's why she gets so mad. I think a really good example of this is in Prime Queen when Nadia asked if they were dating and Ladybug got really mad about her asking. And let me just say, this was actually one of the first times that this had ever been brought up, so if this was a thing that had been brought up multiple times before and she kept denying it but people kept bringing it up, I could see her being mad, but this was the first time anyone has brought it up and she got mad. I think if Ladybug truly didn't have any feelings for Cat Noir, she wouldn't have gotten mad. She would have just politely said, no, we're not dating, and then moved on. But she didn't. She got mad because there was someone that could actually see right through her and see her true feelings. But here's where things get complicated because I don't think that Ladybug even has a clue that she's doing it. Or at least I don't think she knows that's why she's getting mad. In her head, when she says she doesn't have any feelings for Cat Noir, she's telling the truth because she thinks she actually is telling the truth. But obviously, it's not because she doesn't have feelings for him, it's because she's pushed her feelings down so much that she doesn't even know they're there. And that's exactly why we have so many scenes of Ladybug saying that she's not in love with him. Which kind of brings up the question, why is she doing this? And the answer to that would be because of her feelings for Adrien. I just really think she doesn't like the idea of having feelings for anyone else besides Adrien until season 5.
Okay, so maybe I'd see Cat Noir differently if there was no Adrien.
So like I said, season 5 is the season where she realizes her feelings, and I think this happens for 2 reasons. First of all, she's fallen so hard for him she can't physically hide it anymore, to a point where even she notices it. And second of all, she's been given actual proof of her real feelings for Cat. Obviously, Andre, the ice cream maker, said it over and over again that she's in love with him, but to her that wasn't actual proof. Andre's ice cream was just telling him the wrong thing. But in season 5, we see a picture of Ladybug and Cat Noir about to kiss. I feel like I've talked about this scene so many times, and I get attacked every time for saying that it's a part of Ladybug's wish, so I don't want to hear it, okay? I know what I'm talking about. So don't even try to come at me in the comments saying that it's Cat's wish or it's just a dream. It's not, trust me. Anyway, because when you get hit, you see your deepest desire, something that maybe you didn't even know you wanted, and there's absolutely no way for it to lie. Maybe it opens her eyes to see the feelings that she's always had for him deep down inside. Like maybe her seeing that she actually does want to kiss Cat Noir makes her really sit down and really process her feelings that she's had for the last 5 seasons. I don't know why, but I kind of want to see a scene where Marinette and Tiki are laying in her bed and Tiki is asleep, and it's like in the middle of the night and Marinette just randomly like gets up and's like, Tiki, I think I'm in love with Cat Noir, and she like wakes Tiki up. Anyway, so basically the thing that I really want you guys to understand is that she's always had feelings for Cat. Something has always, and I mean always, been there. It's not like she just woke up randomly one day and decided that she was gonna like Cat Noir. She didn't just fall for him because he's been changing his act. Her love for him has always been there. I mean, they are made for each other, right? So clearly something has always had to have been there. But she's always just hid her feelings and rejected Cat Noir, mainly because of Adrien. But now in season 5, she just can't do that anymore. Also, quick bonus, one of the things people love to say when they try to counteract what I say is that Ladybug clearly says she doesn't like him, so she doesn't. Which, I mean, I guess could be true in some circumstances, but I'm a firm believer that actions speak louder than words, and to be honest, no one is a better example of that than Ladybug. She says she doesn't like him, but the things that she does shows that she is in love with him. And I'm sorry, but you can say that she doesn't like him because she says she doesn't like him all you want, but you cannot dismiss her actions.